So hello students, I hope you all are fine. I hope you all are studying and going through my lectures. So please study because this year is very important for you all. Now in the yesterday's class or in the previous class we have started the topic that is challenges of nation building part 2. Now in the part 2 I have seen the challenges and the consequences of nation building. Now today we are concluding the chapter by going through the points of the definite states. Now first is the Hyderabad. Now Hyderabad was the largest of the princely states surrounded entirely by Indian territory. The ruler carried the title Nizam and he was one of the world's richest men. The Nizam wanted an independent status for Hyderabad. He signed the standstill agreement with India in November 1947. A movement when the people of Hyderabad state against the Nizam's rule gathered force. The peasantry in the Telangana region in particular was a victim of Nizam's oppressive rule and rose against him. So now the Nizam responded by unleashing a paramilitary force. The central government had to order the army to handle the situation. In September 1948, Indian army moved into the control the Nizam's force. After a few days of fighting, the Nizam surrendered. So Hyderabad joined in India. So Nizam was a strong man. He was oppressing the peasantry of Telangana, and they were opposing the people of the peasantry of Telangana was opposing him as a rule. So he was being overthrown by he was forcing the peasantry by paramilitary force, but he failed to it and he was being forced to surrender, and so Hyderabad joined India. Now this was the condition how Hyderabad joined India. Now comes the condition of Manipur. Now Maharaja of Manipur, Bodha Chandra Singh, signed the instrument of accession with the Indian government on the assurance that internal autonomy of Manipur would be maintained. Under the pressure of public opinion, Maharaja held election in Manipur in June 1948. Thus, Manipur was the first part of India to hold an election based on universal adult franchise. The state congress wanted the merge of Manipur and other political parties were opposed to it. The state congress wanted the joining of Manipur in the Indian state, but other political parties opposed it. The government of India succeeded into signing a merger agreement in September 1949. This caused a lot of anger and resentment in Manipur. So Manipur was gradually being part of the Indian state. Now here this comes the story of Manipur, how it became. Now the reorganization of state. Let's go through the point. Now Nagpur session of Congress in 1920, the principle was reorganized Indian National Party and told that after independence the state would be created on the basis of linguistic, but they did not create it. So state would be created on the basis of language, that is linguistic. So it was not created. Now the decision of national leadership was challenged by total local leaders and people. So people were very much furious about it. So they were challenging that the state was not formed on the basis of linguistic. So the protest began in Tamil Nadu, part of Andhra Pradesh, Kerala, Karnataka, etc. So these were the states where the protest continued. And Putti Srimullu, a Congress leader and a veteran Gandhian, went on an indefinite fast that led to his death after 56 days. So he was a person who fasted for implementing this policy. He saw until his death after 56 days. So he was protesting against that. This caused great violence occurred in Andhra Pradesh. People in large number took to streets. Many were injured or lost their lives in the police firing. So they were so much protesting that police was firing them also. So they lost their lives. Finally, the Prime Minister announced the formation of separate Andhra state in December 1952. So separate Andhra state was formed in this time. other people also protested to make their states on basis of language. So Andhra Pradesh was being based on the linguistics, and other state also started protesting against the government. Then the central government into appointing a state organization commission in 1953 to look into the questions of redrawing of boundaries of state. So they were questioning the redrawing of boundaries of state. The commission in its report accepted that on the basis states should be formed and how many. So the commission saw that the how will the state form and how many states will be formed. So this was accepted. This commission accepted the report. Then the State Organization Act was passed in 1956, and this led to the creation of 14 states and 6 union territories. So 14 states and 6 union territories was formed. Okay. Now let's see the creation of new states. Creation of new states. Maharashtra and Gujarat was created in 1960 from Bombay. In 1966, from Punjab, Haryana and Himachal Pradesh was also created. Meghalaya was carved out of Assam in 1972. Manipur and Tripura was created in 1972. The state of Mizoram and Arunachal Pradesh came into being in 1987. Nagaland has become a state much earlier in 1963. 3 states such as Chandigarh, Uttarakhand and Jharkhand was created in 2000. Telangana state was created in 2nd June 2014. So recent state is Telangana. And recently now Ladakh is being the new, Ladakh and Jammu and Kashmir is being the new union territory. So these are being added. So that time, so the creation of states occurred after the so much protest on the basis of linguistics. So this was the third part. I am completing the chapter by ending with the creation of states and its consequences. So I hope you have understood the content from this video, and go through the NCERT book, follow the instructions, start doing the question answers. Okay. So thank you students.